Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Two things to start off. A, the energy in the last 50 hours has been some of the worst energy all of 2020. And technically for like a couple hours, I think I quit being Planetary Defense Commander, but I'm back. And B, I'm on day 3.5 left in my fundraiser, which I do every single month to keep doing this full time as Planetary Defense Commander. And because you guys are so incredible, I've only got $344 left to raise. And so thank you to everybody in Asteroid Fight Club. Now let's get to the weather danger situations. And hey, guess what? We got another one to watch. And as we've been stating here at THORnews, when you get a major hurricane-looking thing, which we did with Hurricane Teddy up in the Northeast on September 23rd, between October 7th and technically through the 17th, we will be looking for a major hurricane headed towards Tampa Bay / Crystal River. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, nobody knows. And so just like there have been a lot of surprises in 2020, I would just keep an eye on everything, and especially the two areas we are now monitoring in the Gulf, the CAG by the Bay of Yucatan or the peninsula or whatever. And let us stay on our toes. But if you are anywhere from Texas to Florida, you'd better be ready for some type of a hurricane in the next 2 weeks. My official, unofficial partner in crime or weather crime prevention, Cranky Weather Guy, who I consider the best weatherman on the planet, has given us an excellent kind of breakdown of this is the 4 to 8 day range and models, and the high pressure is pushing this thing into west Texas. And then we have a 7 to 12 day range where I think may end up our Florida. And then we have a 14 to 20 day range. And so as I've warned all year that October will probably be the most dangerous and WTF-y and 2020 year month of the year. Let's just get ready for some crazy crap, bro. Cranky Weather Guy, Tropics monitoring, hostile environment, slow improvement. Caribbean to Gulf tracking day 4 to 8 range, and again day 7 to 12 range, a better feature, which means the second one is our strongest feature. And then Caribbean triggering and northward ejection into the Southwest Atlantic would be data 14 to 20 scenario. Repositioning dictates high longitude. So we will be keeping an eye out because that is what we do. Yeah, as DJ Khaled and Boo, the Florida Wave Master, are pointing out, we got another one, yo. We have two areas we are now monitoring. And so this one is the one that would be guessing would be pushed somewhere into here by the high pressure. This is the one that may be our curver. But at this point, nobody knows where either of the two are going to go. All we're doing is taking educated guesses and telling everybody it's best to be prepared and have a plan now. Prepare for the worst and then pray for the best. And so if we make it through October and nobody gets hit by anything more than a weak tropical storm, thank Jesus or whatever God you believe in. Even if you don't believe in a God, just say, hey, thanks. We didn't get more problems that we got to deal with, especially on our 1960s infrastructure in the United States of America, Cuba, Puerto Rico, all the other places, Mexico, Guatemala. You know what I'm talking about. From 2017 on, due to all the planets and gas giants on the same side of the sun and Saturn and Jupiter conjuncting by Pluto, I've been telling everybody, hey guys, the west coast of the United States plus Mexico, Canada, we'd see some volcano eruptions. Hey, we haven't seen any volcano eruptions, asterisk, but the entire west coast has been on fire in a volcano-looking type situation for about 6 weeks now, and it's a pretty bad situation. And also, Mars will reach its closest point to Earth as it retrogrades on October 13th. So hopefully that will be when the West Coast fire situation will calm down. But definitely the fire situation has been as bad and remember, it extends all the way back into Colorado as I've seen it since I've been here. Hey, yo hoser, Ottawa Valley weather just had a water spout on Lake Ontario near Prince Edward County. Nobody was harmed, and people were just like, wow, look at that, which is what we're doing now. Kailan Patel is letting us know very deep convection has persisted in the Caribbean for the last couple of hours as we head into the D-Max, as shear continues to drop as it moves west. We should keep an eye out for this AOI as there is much uncertainty in the track and intensity of it. And so for now, let us just, for the next 2 weeks, assume that there is a lot of uncertainty in a lot of things, and let us continue to pay attention and just everybody be buckled in, man. This is probably going to be the worst month of the year. And look, there's a planet called Eris, which is a thing that got Pluto demoted, and then science stopped talking about it for some reason. And there's one thing I pretty much figured out like clockwork, is that during the Eris alignment on the conjunction side of Earth, which will be on October 17th, we may get a major, major hurricane almost on that exact date or within 5 days. And if that doesn't happen, you're going to get like 300 or 400 major wind reports as we get a major windstorm. So you can count on that happening around the middle of the month like clockwork, baby. Andy Hazelton, a little bit of a trend today on the GEFS for the Caribbean system to end up more near the northeast Yucatan or even in the Channel, as opposed to being buried down near Belize, would favor a little more development perhaps. A lot depends on where the low tries to form within the convection wave. Scientists found an expanding crack in the moon, which could be really troubling if it's hollow. And we've got a full moon tomorrow night, the harvest moon, and then another full moon on Halloween. So definitely expect a spooky, weird, and high energy October. And a lot of blokes need to be looking out for severe weather over the next few days, including Europe. Severe damaging winds and torrential rainfall are expected along the rapidly developing storm Alex from the Bay of Biscay into the northwest France and across the English Channel into southern England. And so, cover your fish and chips in saran wrap or just go inside. And I'm sorry I get so hurricane focused during the season, but I'm really good at them. And as Cranky Weather Guide pointed out, and Andrew Moore is reiterating, we have 3 different waves in the Atlantic this morning that are all worth watching and tracking. Models seem to be getting a better handle on one becoming embedded in the larger Central American Europe and rotating counterclockwise from the West Caribbean, possibly into the Bay of Campeche. You got USA storms, Europe storms, Canadian storms in southeast. Tim Kelly, 3,300 miles east of storm, now bombing in southeast Canada because 2020 is very 2020 and keeps on getting 2020er. Les prévisions alimentaires se confirment pour la tempête, Alex. I don't know, but it's a pretty big storm busting through, and it'll be a very, very windy event. And usually October is the month of really large Eris windstorms. Matthew Capucci, whose name makes him sound like a cross between a gangster and a coffee, he's thinking the first storm doesn't develop to more than a tropical storm if it does get going, but some models continue to pinch off the second clump of a dump of vorticity, which could be more foreboding in the long term. And that's also when the CCKW and the Madian-Julian oscillation enhancements arrive. And so we have 2 systems we are tracking, and technically 3. And so, get ready for it to get wild, wild, wild again. And remember, Hurricane Michael was Cat 5. So Cat 5 hurricanes do happen and can threaten Florida in October. But at this point, assume surprises. And so technically nobody knows, even though I keep saying Crystal River. But we'll see. California gets a lot of the smoke and fire attention, but Colorado over the last few days has been having the most impressive, oh my God, the sun is red pictures, because they've been getting hit with a whole lot of smoke, ash, and just campfire-y weather everywhere you go, as if, there was a giant campfire making smoke everywhere. I think we got a sunspot on the sun, and we had a geomagnetic storm the other day. And so please remember, when the sun acts weird, earth weather acts weird, and people kind of lose their mind. James Peacock popping his feathers to let us know the rest of the week Atlantic storms will really pile in moisture, leading to 40-plus millimeters of rainfall across a wide swath of the northeast, west Europe, and the Alps. Highest totals could be more than twice that, leading to a localized flood risk, especially in southern France. Boo, the Florida Wave Master, again letting us know the GFS is putting out some very interesting runs. This was from the 12Z GFS. One run just inside 10 days. Again, it's only one run, but it's interesting to see if the Euro finally jumps on board later. And it's interesting to see what the models have been doing. And they've kind of, been like a chicken's head decapitated and then up its butt. That was gross. Yeah, here's our moment of zen. A smoky sunrise in Denver this morning. And so, yeah, Denver looks like Mars as well. And Colorado is a wonderful state. It's gorgeous. And you get all seasons within like an hour if you're lucky. Anywho, so yeah, these are crazy, crazy wild times. And I'm going to try and snap out of this funk. But man, as an empath, the energy's just been super bad, bro. Yeah. And you got volcanoes and earthquakes and people fighting. And there's nobody going to want to unite over the next month. Anywho, so I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I'm going to try and pull out of it. And we'll be giving you guys, hopefully, the best comprehensive coverage of hurricane season, which I've done all year. And everybody stay cool. But yeah, if you guys would like to donate, this is how I do it, to State Planetary Defense Commander, I would really appreciate it. Like I said, I got 3.5 days left. And you guys have been just super duper incredibly and have spoiled me all year. I got a snail mail. You can send it USPS, because who doesn't love the post office? PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Patron. Only $344 left to raise my goal. Although anything after that would be great, because my mom bought me a used car that's $2,500. And I'm going to pick it up like the day after the election in November, because I don't want to have my car while people are still losing their minds. Because sometimes displaced aggression ends up on me, because I try to stay in the middle. But I would like to say super duper thank you to everyone in Asteroid Fight Club. Everyone is cool. And definitely, absolutely, Super Texas Angel, Barbara, thank you, Robert, Chris, Christos, Michael, Rachel, Al, Ghost, Gravin, Wagon Breath, Demer, Chaz, Angel, Epiphany, Comes in Threes, and Andrea. And I've almost promised, guaranteed you guys that things will get better or be better in December. And so we just got to make it through, definitely a crappy October. Let's stay positive. My horoscope says, I don't know, October's going to be a very romantic month for me. Asterisk. Yeah, did I mention there's a large storm in Europe coming? The sitch is just going to continue to be electrifying. So try to bust out of a rut if you're in it, just like me. And we will. But hey, thanks everybody for staying. The world didn't end and civilization didn't collapse. Thanks to everybody for staying cool and stay cool September. And now I guess I'm going to have to come up with some catchphrase for October. Okay, be awesome October. I can work on it. I don't need to know a name. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. And Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, and kick-ass Kwanzaa. God bless everyone.